Seeking justice for the murder of his pregnant wife, an elite Navy SEAL uncovers a covert plan that threatens to engulf the United States and Russia in an all-out war. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming videos. Without Remorse is based on the 1993 Tom Clancy novel of the same name and stars Michael B. Jordan as John Clark, a Navy SEALs senior officer. This film also stars Jodie Turner-Smith, Guy Pearce, and Jamie Bell. This is a spin-off of the Jack Ryan film series. Most recently, we had Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime Video starring John Krasinski, and this film hits Amazon Prime Video on Friday. If you like Tom Clancy novels and his movies, I think you will be very impressed with Without Remorse. This is a gritty, brutal action film that feels very personal to John Clark, Michael B. Jordan's character. In the beginning of the film, he rescues a CIA operative who's taken hostage by ex-Russian military forces. A few months later, in apparent retaliation for his role in the mission, Clark's pregnant wife, Pam, is murdered by a squad of Russian assassins. The biggest thing that works for this film is the fact that John Clark has nothing to lose. He lost his wife and his unborn daughter, and so he's willing to risk it all. That involves big shootout scenes, these big blockbuster action scenes. He's willing to get down and dirty to get what he wants. Even if it's a simple answer, he's seeking revenge to what happened to his family. He makes that very clear throughout the film that he's willing to just lose it all. He's willing to die for getting what he wants in the film. And so that could leave the film a little bit unpredictable, and a lot of your options could be open for this film because anything could really happen. And a lot of things do happen within this film. This movie feels like a big blockbuster movie. This is one of the movies that I've seen during the quarantine that's supposed to be in theaters, and it's hit a streaming service that I would absolutely love to see in theaters because a lot of it plays like a big action blockbuster movie. There's a lot of big action scenes. It'd be so cool to see movies like this on the big screen and that big surround sound in a theater. It'd be very fun. But I was really impressed with a lot of the action in here. There's some hand-to-hand combat that is handled very well. None of that crappy editing. It's just there, and the camera is just lingering on the action. The camera is just lingering on the action, and you get all of that right there. It's very intense. There's a lot of shootout scenes that provide intense moments to the movie, and like a big scene in an airplane that will leave you in awe. But right there is Michael B. Jordan to handle the scene so well. He's so believable in his role. Ever since seeing him in Fruitvale Station and seeing him in Black Panther, he's able to handle any kind of role. Big superhero movie, he's done that. Comedy movie, he's done that. Dramas, he's done that. And now with this film, this big action movie, he's very believable in his role, and he handles the personal moments to John Clark very well and makes the film so intense and so fun. I love the story for this. It's very simple, and I know with Tom Clancy novels and Jack Ryan movies, there's a lot of reveals for characters. Certain characters that are linked to the government have certain agendas, and there's a lot of ties and connections. You can kind of get a little bit flustered with what is happening. I've felt that way several times when it comes to like these big action government movies. But with this movie, I think that they were able to introduce these characters in a nice way that makes you understand what is going on and not get confused with everything that's happening, because there's a lot of reveals for certain characters. When John Clark learns what is happening between Russia and the United States, they do it in a way that makes it more personal to the character, and you kind of been learning a lot of things throughout the movie. Not only does the situation feel personal to John Clark, if things aren't solved, it could lead to an all-out war between Russia and the United States. So there's this sense of urgency surrounding this movie, and that's kind of on top of the personal story for John Clark. Michael B. Jordan is very good in this movie. I loved him in a lot of films. I think he's a very talented actor. He's able to handle those heartbreaking moments to the character early on in the film when he loses his wife. And throughout the rest of the movie, he's willing to risk whatever and get involved in a lot of these big action scenes. But you get the sense that this guy is empty as he is involved in these shootout scenes or trying to further himself in the situation between Russia and the United States. he still feels absolutely empty. Some of the conversations between him and his team, you can get the sense that he may not make it out, and that's a personal choice for him, and he's okay with that. So it's very heartbreaking to see him kind of navigate through everything with the fact that he did lose his wife and his unborn daughter in the movie. He's willing to die for getting answers and getting revenge for his wife. So Michael B. Jordan's really able to deliver this performance very well and make it very believable and heartbreaking to watch. Without Remorse is a good film. I totally would love to see this in theaters. I think it would have played so well in theaters. Michael B. Jordan is just so good in this movie. The action scenes seem so big and epic. The shootout sequences are intense, and the story offers a lot of reveals and certain agendas for certain characters and big twists and turns, but it's all very welcoming and enjoyable too. Some of it you see coming and some of it is a surprise, but overall, Without Remorse is a very enjoyable film. If you are a fan of Tom Clancy novels and his movies, the Jack Ryan movies, I think that you will enjoy this film and like what Michael B. Jordan brings to the table. I'm going to go ahead and give Without Remorse a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Without Remorse. Have you guys seen it by chance on Amazon Prime Video? Stay tuned this weekend. I got a ranking for all the Tom Clancy movies, so stick around for that. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.